formal discussion of a particular topic in public meeting, legislative assembly, in which opposing arguments are put forward.
Alright, so debate are arguments. So here is keyword, which is an argument. You tend to argue with different people, right? With your family, your friends, or even your loved ones. You get into small arguments. But the difference of debate is that it follows certain formats and certain parts that you need to achieve in order to bring your debate or your topics properly and then win that argument. So next is the debate format. So again, I have mentioned that there are debate formats and a debate to make your debate or argument more appealing. So first is the high school formats, which is the team policy debate and the Lincoln Douglas debate. Next is the college formats, which is the NDT debate, Senate debate, and parliamentary debate, which will be discussed by my co-reporters. But first, let us know what is team policy debate. So one of the high school formats of debate is team policy debate. So it is the proposition side is called the affirmative or app, and the opposition side is called the negative or neg. So the affirmative affirms the topic. So while negative opposes the topic. So what affirms means is that it argues about the topic about which is connected to a policy. So that is why it is called the policy debate. It is because the most topics in a debate are connected to policies. For example, the same-sex marriage in the Philippines, if it is going to be allowed in the Philippines or not. Then the affirmative team will accept the said policy, while the negative will oppose in that topic. So the format is a round of team policy debate consists of 8 speeches. So in that speeches there will be times. So here is the table of the 8 speeches. These are the speeches. As you can see, there are 1 AC, 1 NC, 2 AC, and etc. So what 1 AC means is that it is the affirmative. It means the first affirmative constructive. So from the word constructive, it means it construct their points and topic. So they will put some arguments in there to prove their points. While the NC is the negative. The NC means the negative constructive where they will going to oppose about that certain topic. So and that, as you can see, there are different time spaces, which is 8 minutes and 4 minutes. So in this 8 minutes, they will going to give their construction of their topic. For the 4 minutes, they will going to give their rebuttals about their topic, which was given in the first 4 speeches. So next is the Lincoln Douglas debate.
So next is the Lincoln Douglas debate. Can you please read the story on?
The idea was to have a debate focused on discussing the merits of conflicting ethical values in a persuasive manner, avoiding debates between senatorial candidates and implementing statement.
So Lincoln Douglas debate is an open style debate. So it is mainly inspired by the debates between Abraham Lincoln and Stephen Douglas in the 1850s. So this debate it revolves around a value topic, which is broad ethical and ethical questions or value judgments. So the debate presents arguments and counter arguments to support their positions on the topic. So the format of Lincoln Douglas debate is typically consists of constructive speeches, cross-examinations, and rebuttals. So the debaters presents their cases, then responds to the opponent's arguments and engage in cross-examining speeches to clarify or to challenge the opposition's arguments. So the goal of Lincoln Douglas debate is not only to persuade the judge of validity of one's argument, but also to engage in a thoughtful and logical analysis of ethical and philosophical issues. Debaters are expected to demonstrate critical thinking, effective communication, and a deep understanding of the topic. So as you can see, the illustrations are the parts of Lincoln Douglas debate, and it's a lucky time. So next is NDT debate. So NDT stands for National Debate Tournament. This is the oldest and probably most popular form of debate at the college level. So it is a prestigious and competitive collegiate policy debate tournament in the United States. So it focuses on examining policy proposals and their impacts. So the format involves two teams of debaters arguing for or against the topic. So the debate begins with constructive speeches followed by cross-examination, then followed by rebuttal speeches, then crossfires, and then the last one is the final focus speeches. So in order for you to support your arguments, you need to do an extensive research and have a valid evidences. So this format emphasizes critical thinking and effective communication skills, and this allows debaters to contribute to discussions on important policy issues. So next is
So next is the SIDA debate or the cross-examination debate association. Edward History. SIDA stands for Cross-Examination Debate Association. It is a new form of college level debate than NDT. It was born as a reaction to NDT in the same way that Lincoln Douglas debate was born as a reaction to team policy debate. So the Cross-Examination Debate Association, or SIDA, is a prominent organization in the United States, promoting policy debate at the collegiate level. It emphasizes critical thinking, public speaking, research, and argumentation skills. SIDA stands out for its inclusive approach, welcoming participants from diverse educational backgrounds. The organization focuses on the policy debates with annually changing topics, encouraging teams to argue for and against policy changes. And then next is the parliamentary debate. Please read.
Another form of debate that arose as a reaction against the excesses of NDT and the conservative.
So this debate is discussion about within a legislative body where representatives discuss a specific topic or motion. It follows a structured format, cross-examination, rebuttals, and floor debate, and also the closing statements. Rules govern speaker conduct, ensuring fairness and order. So the debates allow representatives to express their views, exchange ideas, and make decisions in public debates. And this is the format of parliamentary debates. Around the parliamentary debate consists of 6 speeches, 4 constructive speeches, and 2 rebuttal speeches. The speeches and their times are as follows. So first speech is the Prime Minister constructive. Within the time is 7 minutes, and the second is the Leader of Opposition's Constructive, or LOC, 8 minutes. And then the Member of Government Constructive, or MG, is 8 minutes. Then Member of Opposite Constructive, or LO, is also 8 minutes. And then the Leader of Opposition Rebuttal, or LOR, is 4 minutes only. And then the Prime Minister Rebuttal is or PMR is 5 minutes.
So let's move on to the parts of debate. The first part of debate is the introduction. So this is where each side introduce introduces their lives, themselves, and presents their position on the topics. So the second part of debate is the opening statement.
Each slide presents their main argument in support of their position.
It can set the tone or captures the attention of the audience and establish the credibility of your arguments. It is used. It is your chance to make a strong first impressions to hope of your audience of your point of view. So next is rebuttals. So after the opening statement, each side has the opportunity to respond to the arguments made by opposing sides or one of the candidates or participants ask or she wants to questions what's the advantage or disadvantage of his or her topic. So let's proceed to the fourth part of the debate. So cross-examination or cross-part.
This is an optional part of the debate where members of opposing teams question each other to clarify arguments.
So it is a period of time between speeches where opponents ask their other questions to clarify and better understand each other's case, and if all goes well, it is an important condition for you to win the round. So the fifth part of the debate is the conclusion or summary.
Conclusion or summary. The final part of the debate, each side summarizes their main points and states their position on the topic.
So from the word summary, so it summarizes your point of view convincingly. It reviews your main points and tell your audience what action you would like them to take or to address and resolve the main points of your introduction or topic. So the last part of debate is the audience Q&A. Please read.
Audience Q&A. Some debates include a segment where the audience can ask questions to the debaters.
So after the two participants or the candidates after they telling their opinion or telling their arguments, one of the students asked clarifying questions that test the validity and soundness of your candidate's arguments. It challenges the assumptions or definitions behind their statement, and also it identify the logical fallacies or the inconsistencies in their reasoning, and also it reveals the gaps or the weaknesses in their evidence or the source highlights contradictions or they conflict with your arguments and your interest and engagement in the topic of the dialogue or the